Coming to you from the Freedom Federal Credit Union Studios, Harford County Living presents Conversations with Rich Bennett.
Slow pitch test.
It's probably the least sexy part of the work, and I don't. It's okay. No. It's fine. The truth is,
What happens when a world-class music producer, someone who's worked with artists like Ice Cube, Madonna, and Butch Walker, decides that the most important sessions of his life aren't about platinum records, but about giving a voice to people fighting cancer? Today's guest, Jim Ebert, has spent decades behind the glass. From a 12-year-old kid with a micromoog and a Wurlitzer playing Smoke on the Water on repeat, which I think that's the first song we all learn how to play, the chief engineer at Q Recording, working with legends like HR of Bad Brains and Buddy Miles, to mixing double platinum records and collaborating with some of the biggest names in music, Jim has seen it all. But somewhere along the way, the studio became more than a place to make hits. It became a place to preserve legacies. Jim is the founder and driving force behind Cancer Can Rock, a nonprofit that provides professional recording experiences for musicians facing aggressive cancer diagnosis. These aren't vanity projects. These are final songs, final messages, final love letters set to music. Through Cancer Can Rock, artists are paired with top-tier producers, musicians, and studios to create fully produced songs and videos, giving them something powerful to leave behind for their families, their friends, and the world. And Jim understands something most producers never talk about, that music isn't just sound. It's memory, it's identity, it's healing, it's soul. And today we're going to talk about the journey from DC studios to LA mixing rooms, and ultimately to use music as a way to help people say what matters most. How you doing, Jim?
I'm good, man. You said it all right there, brother. Why am I here?
Oh, no. Look, Mark told me that you have an amazing story, and I know it was like a brief summary. But I want to go back. I want to start at the beginning with that 12-year-old kid playing Smoke on the Water for like the 5,000th time.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine music would take you where it has?
Yes. Not today,
Really?
but earlier. Not right now. Not right now, but where I was as a younger man, yes, I do. But I was in full belief that I was going to be a rock star in my teens. You know, that was my real goal,
Nice.
to be, that. And
Right.
I started to see people that were amazing, and just was like, I can never get to that level. And I had a pretty good idea at a young age. I still had a blast. I still loved writing songs.
Yeah.
I still loved playing out, and I still had a great time. But then I had an opportunity as a young man to sort of get into a recording studio, and I thought that it would be a great way to record my own music as well. And
Nice.
and so here I am, 40 plus years into it, and I've recorded 5 songs, and I hate 4 of them, and I like 1. So, and it just sort of developed that I started recording other people in this studio. It was sort of a really was I don't want to call it was a opportunity that I had. The studio owner, we were in a house then. We were in what was my former partner Jeff's house, parents' house, in the basement. And it was a basement studio that grew fairly obnoxiously. We got a lot of real equipment, real gear. Had a lot of clients in HR, a lot of decent sized DC names came through. Danny Gatton. And then we went into a commercial facility and kept going from there. So it really was but I was a kid, I was 21. I look back on it now and go, wow, 21, Anyway,
so oh wait a minute. So you say you only recorded 5 songs
of my own,
of your own, yeah.
I've done real rough demos of some others, but 5 really full blown songs is what I've done. So I'm not saying I'm prolific,
right?
But I got caught up making other people's music, you know. So
now, do you miss playing, or do you like producing more?
I like producing more. I miss playing. I shouldn't have given up playing as early as I did. I still can hack through a guitar or whatever. But if I kept just playing even a little bit every day, I'd be decent enough. I'm not good enough to play on my own recordings typically. I mean, I can play some keyboard stuff or something simple on guitar, but I have real pros play when I have them in a session going on.
Yeah. All right. So when someone walks into your studio, what are you really listening for first?
As far as bringing me a song?
Yeah.
Sincerity, I think.
Okay.
You know, I don't think it has to be amazing. I think it has to be sincere. I think I have to be able to hear what the final is. Usually when I hear a song and I talk to the artist about what it could be, I'm
right.
They'll say I want it to be Americana, or I want it to be boogie rock, or I want it, something like that. I can picture when I hear the song how to put that together. By the end of the song, I have a pretty good picture of what it's going to sound like to me, and hopefully that will coincide with what the artist is looking at for as well.
Have you ever had problems? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, my track record is pretty good. So,
okay. I was going to say, have you ever had problems like pulling something out of someone they didn't even know was there?
Yes. Yes.
How often does that happen?
Well, Cancer Can Rock is a different story. I'm not. Yeah. I'll bring that up real quick. But with the artists I work with as Ebert Audio, which is my company, I don't do it as much as I used to. I don't push as hard. We're in an era now where digital audio, I can do as many takes as I want of an artist singing. Playing wise, I can get it out of my guys anytime. I can, tell my guitar player, squeeze it, pretend you're Stevie Ray Vaughan, squeeze that bastard, you know what I mean? And and they can respond and do that. With singers that are artists that I'm working with, I explain to them usually before they sing. I said, this is not the time to worry about being cheesy or over dramatic. You have to be really dramatic to get through a pair of speakers. People don't realize that when they're singing, but it almost feels fake when you're singing that melodramatic. But singers that are at a certain level understand that they have to really over deliver to get through a pair of speakers. If you're watching them at a show, you have the visual, you have the volume, everything that's in their favor. But through a pair of speakers, you really have to present.
Right. So with Cancer Can Rock, because when I looked at the website and I'm looking at everything, I said, this is amazing. But explain to everybody listening how Cancer Can Rock came about. Okay.
I'm a 25-year brain cancer survivor.
25 years?
25 years. And I was, after several opinions, I ended up at Duke University. And
okay.
Anyway, that's who ended up getting my business was Duke University. And they helped me co-manage my issues.
Right.
So I don't know how I am here. I'm not sure why I'm here, but it perfect scenario. But before I go too much further, anyone who's sick, get as many opinions as you can afford.
Yes.
Please, just don't say, I love my doctor. My doctor would never guide me wrong. No, he wouldn't, but he may not know that there's this or this or this. So just be open-minded and get as many opinions as you can. But back to the topic. I was driving back from a yearly scan from Duke, and I was thinking, I have to get back. It looks like I'm going to survive this. I have to get back. And I thought, well, the only thing I really can do is produce music. That's
Yeah.
my heart. And I just decided that, well, then let's try this. Let's get people that are sick with cancer and record them. And I met with a friend who had a charity. He said, just do it. All the other stuff will come. And it did. I was very fortunate. I had a partner at the time, Bruce Parker, and he filed for our 501c3 filing, and we got it very quick. Excuse me, we got it very quickly. And now we're at 70 artists. So
70?
70, yeah. And that was 10 years ago, over 10 years ago that we started.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah. So and we've it's been a slow climb, but I mean, we really bootstrapped it. We would go around and do these shows where we would, just pick everyone's pockets. We would not literally, but I mean, we'd show up and we'd have a bucket and go, can you donate to Cancer Can Rock, and that's how we funded all of this. You know what I mean? So we did that for years. We'd have little fundraisers at other places. And I feel like in the last couple of years, we're lifting up. We have now do you know who Rufus Wainwright is?
Is that the one that did Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road? Is that his son?
Dad? His dad.
Oh, his dad. Okay.
That was his dad, Loudon Wainwright. So Rufus Wainwright and his sister Martha have a charity, and they've teamed up with us. So they're fairly worldwide and known. So they've joined with us, and they're helping us fund Cancer Can Rock, because when we were our president ran into them, somehow met up with them, and they said, well, this is what we're doing. And it was what we were doing, but we'd already done it 50 times. You know what I mean? And they had done it once. I said, why don't we just do it for you? So that started. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's been a good couple of years for us, and we're looking to grow up, so to speak. So this month will be the first time that we use an outside producer to produce a song. So we have a producer in New York that's doing a track for someone who's sick in New York, and we'll be doing more of that. I can't go everywhere all the time.
Now, okay, and you said 70 artists. That means you mean 70 artists diagnosed with cancer.
Yes.
My God. Wow.
There's no shortage, my friend.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I want to go back a minute because, I mean, recently I just had two friends of mine diagnosed with brain cancer. And the one has no idea how it came about. What was it with you, if you don't mind me asking? Were you like getting headaches or whatever?
No, we call that presented. How did you present, Jim? How did you present? That's the term. So I had facial numbness on the left side of my face, and I just thought I had a pinched nerve. And my friend said to me, he goes, no, I'd look at that. It might be serious. So I did, and well, damn, it was.
Wow.
I was expecting to say, you need to take these muscle relaxers, and they said, you've got a mass in your head, and I didn't know what a mass was. I thought I said I would go to church, but anyway, it all started there, and that first couple of years was just a nightmare. Just trying to find anything that could save me, and the internet is a very dangerous place because
it is.
You're looking for answers, and there's a lot of bad news out there, so you got to really be careful.
So how many different doctors did you actually go to? Because I like the fact 5 different doctors.
5. And
wow.
My fourth opinion was at Johns Hopkins, and they gave me a year to live. And that was a drag because after 3 opinions that were average, you have maybe 70 years, maybe 20 years. And okay, I can listen to all of that. And then what I thought was going to be the silver bullet was Hopkins, and they were like, you have a year to live, get your things in order. And I just sort of said, next opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got one at Duke that they just said, well, there's not enough knowledge behind what you have, so we're going to manage it with you, and we'll make decisions together. And that's what they did, and that's what we did. So it worked out in this case. But what I have is an odd thing for adults to have. It's called a brainstem glioma, and they're children typically get them. Babies, infants usually get them. So there's just not enough data of tons of adults that have this.
Right. You're listening to Conversations with Rich Bennett. We'll be right back. Let's take a little break here. I want to talk about one of my sponsors, Maryland Pickers. Maryland Pickers is a local junk removal service, and they also have dumpster rentals as well. I actually called Jeremy when we were doing our spring cleaning this year, and he brought the dumpster out and quick to answer the phone. Came out the day he said he was going to pick it up, answered all my questions. Everything was fine. Phenomenal. Very professional to work with. So if you're looking for junk removal service, if you're looking to rent a dumpster, contact Maryland Pickers. Go to marylandpickers.com or give them a call at 443-206-1859. Again, that's 443-206-1859. Tell them that Rich from Harford County Living sent you. Do they have any idea what caused it? How?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's the scary thing about cancer.
They said I could have had it from childhood.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. So now here it is. You're helping all these artists record these songs that have cancer, which to me is amazing. Is there? And I love the feel good stories. Well, you are a feel good story because you proved Hopkins wrong. I mean, 25 years and they said a year.
I remind them once in a while. I got the wrong. I got the wrong doctor the wrong day. That's the best way to put it. I don't have anything against Hopkins. I got the wrong doctor at the wrong day.
And that happens.
It does happen.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize that. That's why, and you said it best in the beginning, always get other opinions. Because
I've just seen horror stories, man, of surgeries that were unnecessary, that got botched or whatever. And you're just like, good God.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
All right. So an artist that you have helped with Cancer Can Rock, can you share a feel good story of one of them with us?
You mean in the session?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got about 70 of them.
Oh, I bet you do.
For me, it's amazing when I'm sitting next to an artist and because that's what will happen. They'll end up sitting next to me on the couch near the end of the day. And then we've had several that have said, this is the best day of my life. Or this is one of the best days of my life. And that's heavy to me. Yeah. That's very, very heavy. I know they're going through some gruesome stuff. A lot of them. Mm-hmm. A lot of them more, some gruesome, some medium, some heavy, some mild. But when I hear that, I'm just like, oh man, it's beautiful and it's heavy.
Yeah. And with you going through it and you watching these other musicians going through it, 70, which is, to me, that's still a hard number to just even picture. Although you think about it, we all know probably hundreds of people that have gone through some type of cancer. But has it changed how you actually see music?
That's a question I've never been asked. No.
Okay.
I think music has always been therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
And as someone who used to write more than I write now, I remember how therapeutic it was writing. Mm-hmm. And what an outlet that was. So no, I think it's always just been therapeutic, and it doesn't matter if the music is good or bad because that's an opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone. There's someone who loves your music. Somewhere. That's
music is. I mean, because I remember growing up, there was songs and bands I could not stand. And I listened to them today. I'm like, my God, I was missing a lot.
Yes, you were.
I know.
Yes, I understand that completely.
It grows on you.
I completely. Yeah, no, and we're the same age, so classic rock will probably be the same thing.
Yeah.
But I listen to music. I still love old music. I like a lot of new music too, but I love old music.
Oh yeah.
I just love the sound of it. Is amazing.
Oh yeah.
And when I was a kid, even as a kid in my band at 16, listening to an ELO record through a set of headphones, I gotta figure out how to do that. How do they do that? How do they do that? And now here we are. I'm 62 and I know how to do it.
You know what? That is one group I wouldn't mind seeing get back together and just do something. I mean, Jeff Lynne, very talented. God, although I got to admit, my favorite with him was always Traveling Wilburys.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
so good.
Y'all.
But I might make you jealous right here.
Uh-oh.
I saw the ELO tour with a spaceship when I was a teenager.
Really?
When the spaceship the top lifted off and they come rising out of the bottom. It was so fun, so good. Lasers shooting everywhere. It was crazy.
Oh man. Yeah, they don't do stage sets like that anymore, it seems.
No, I'm not going to sound like a grumpy old man. But I guess I am. I'm about to. But it seems to be more choreography than music a lot of times. Yeah, and I'm not huge on that, but I get it. But I'm just not huge on it.
Yeah, I think the last good stage show I saw with the concert. Well, no, not Garth. It had to be TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yeah, they still put on a hell of a concert. You can't beat the light show. You can't beat it.
Right. I've heard that.
With Cancer Can Rock, how is it that the community can get involved?
Well, we can go to cancercanrock.org. I believe there's a volunteer page, and there's a donate. Even more important, there's a donate page, which is the big one. That's still the hardest thing about our charity. We have 10 or 11 people on the books right now, and it's just paying for it because studios cost money, musicians cost money, hotels, airfare, everything else we do for the artists. We pay for everything. Wow. So if they're flying to California, if I'm flying with them, I mean, we pay for everything. So it doesn't cost the artist anything to come to Cancer Can Rock.
And people can also shop from there, right? You have like merchandise people can purchase?
Yeah. We have merchandise, shirts, and all kinds of stuff on there. Cups, all of it.
And the thing is, because I'm looking at even your corporate sponsorships, those of you, especially those of you that own a business listening, for as little as $250 a month, I mean, you're helping. I mean, and granted, we talked to a lot of people in recovery, and you get a lot of people supporting that as well. But something like this, Cancer Can Rock. Oh my God, all you businesses out there. This is definitely
I'm gonna be probably starting this year a sponsor an artist program.
Oh,
where they actually sponsor the recording of the artist. So I'll be doing that, and that'll be on the website as well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I want to tell you one thing we do. One thing we do, we have a fundraiser every year, or this will be our 6th year, at 868 Estate Vineyards in Purcellville, Virginia. And we have, it's a winery.
Yeah.
And it's a great show. We just have, my God, the talent we have is amazing. We have Deanna Bogart. We have the 19th Street Band. We have Eric Scott. There's 11 artists this year. And they're all, you'd pay the admission to go see one of them.
Yeah.
That's on May 24th.
Any other big events that you guys do every year?
Well, we're going to do another Rufus Wainwright show at next Christmas. Last Christmas, we did one at the Saban Theater in Los Angeles.
Nice.
And there's a couple thousand people there, and it was beautiful. A lot of fun, a lot of celebrities, and I was hobnobbing. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But this year it'll be in New York, and I believe it'll be in New York. And we're gonna figure out a way to put on a fall show.
Right.
That's our next move.
So with a musician that is coming to record something, what's a typical experience look like for them as an artist? For an artist, I mean.
The process?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they apply, and then usually our director will get up with them. They'll make the introduction to me. I'll listen to the rough mix. Can be on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the rehearsal. Could be a live performance. And we decide on the song. They ask me if I want any changes or not. Because we can do all this now via internet. So
right.
It's easy, So we'll go through it like that. I don't usually with Cancer Can Rock. I don't change things too much.
Yeah,
I want them. I want them to have a good day, man. I don't want to test their boundaries of their tolerance of musicality or anything like that. I want them to have a great day.
Right.
And the one thing that I'm going to say, there's no egos. There's a lot of egos when you're in bands and things like that. You come into my studio or out the studio I work out of here in Falls Church, and no one has an ego. Everyone I have is their playing is top notch.
Yeah,
I have top notch players, but the egos are gone. So any artist can say to me, "I don't like that," and that's fine, and that's absolutely fine. And I just want it to be a carefree, like I said, if they can say, "This is one of the best days of my life," that's exactly what I want.
Nice. So they come in, they record it. And I guess, well, nowadays, I mean, it ain't like when we were growing up, everything was pressed to vinyl.
Well,
go ahead.
My recording chain is very analog.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So I get them. I don't go to tape because I'm not that much of a masochist. But the front end is all vintage gear. It's very expensive. You're not going to get this at home. You're just not. Nothing wrong with home studios. I mix at home.
Right.
I don't have to have a 20-foot console in my room anymore. To mix my records.
So when an artist records it, it is pressed to vinyl. Is that the right term?
We haven't done vinyl yet.
Okay.
No. It goes out into the internet world.
Okay.
But all the recording, my process of recording, I should say, is the front end. The front end is what you call the microphones.
Yeah.
The microphone amplifiers and equalizers and all that. That's all vintage front end, esoteric, Class A, Class B, AB, and it sounds great. It's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
It's what I was fortunate enough to have. So.
All right. So if that 12-year-old kid with that micro move could see you now, not just producing platinum records, but helping people leave behind musical legacies, which is freaking awesome. What do you think he'd say?
What are you doing? That's what I think he'd say. Yeah.
You're changing the world. That's what you're doing.
Well, I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
We get to an age we want to help. You know, you have your good news, podcast, and that's trying to help.
Oh.
I get old, you want to help. When I was 30, I wanted to help myself, And anyway.
Then, and here you are, you're kicking ass, helping other people. I love it. So before I actually get to my last question, is there anything you would like to add?
Well, I just wanted to get the May 24th event out there because we had 800 last year. I'd really like to see about 1,000 or 1,200 this year. And if you go on to, I'll have that show up on the website here soon. Just look at the performers. There's someone in there you're gonna love. The 19th Street Band is out your way. Okay. Eric Scott's out your way. Dana Bogart's out
Everybody,
your way.
make sure you go to cancercanrock.org. And those of you that don't know anybody, make a donation, become a sponsor, purchase some merchandise, help out. And if you know anybody that, or you yourself are an artist and you know somebody that even has cancer, go to the website and, fill out the application. All right.
Rich, I'm going to say
Sure.
one thing. You don't even have to be an artist, like a pro artist,
Right.
at all. The first artist we used just had a song in their head,
Mm-hmm.
took it out, put music to it, had them sing it from the heart, and that was it. So if you got a song ringing around your head and you can sing it, that's important.
Yeah.
Then come on in.
Well, I was going to say, if I forget the artist's name, I think he was on American Idol briefly.
Okay.
When I say briefly, like for the auditions, boy, he could not carry a note, but I think he even put out a record and people bought it. So
William Hung.
Yes, that's him. That's him. So, and look, even if, the other guy's name? If William Shatner could put out a record, then, everybody's got a voice in them somehow or another.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Jim will pull it out of you somehow. All right, so Jim, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3. All right, now pick a number between 41 and 60.
53.
53. This always determines the last question. Somehow or another, a lot of times it aligns with what we've been talking about. This actually, this
what are you doing to me?
53. No, this is good. What is something?
You look doubtful.
No, it kind of aligns with what it does. What is something you're grateful for that you often take for granted?
Life. Take it for granted. I've been lucky enough to get these extra years, watch my son grow up. My son got married. All of it. Get to see all of that I didn't think I was going to get to see. And I don't get up every day and jump out of bed and go, so glad to be here. And I should, but I don't. You can only do so much of that for me.
I had a feeling that was going to be your answer once I saw that question. Jim, I want to thank you so much. It's been an honor. And I got to say, Mark Bandy, thank you for recommending that I get Jim on.
Yeah, I love Mark.
Conversations like this are the ones that really stay with you. Jim's story isn't just about music. It's about perspective. It's about what really matters when everything else gets stripped away. A 25-year brain cancer survivor, proving doctors wrong, and then turning around and using his gift, not for himself, but to help others leave something behind that lasts forever. And I think that's what hit me the most in this conversation. These aren't just songs. They're memories. They're messages. They're pieces of someone's life that their family will always have. And when you hear Jim talk about artists saying, this was one of the best days of my life, that tells you everything you need to know about what Cancer Can Rock is really doing. It's giving people a moment of joy in the middle of something incredibly hard. So if this conversation moved you even a little bit, and I have a feeling it did, take a minute and check them out. Go to cancercanrock.org. Make a donation. Become a sponsor. Buy some merch. Or even just share their mission with someone else. Because what they're doing, it matters. And Jim, thank you. And not just for coming on the show, but for using your life, your experience, and your talent to help others in such a meaningful way. And to all of you listening, don't wait. Don't wait to say what you need to say. Don't wait to do what you love. And don't take today for granted. Because like Jim said, life is the thing we're most grateful for and the thing we forget to appreciate the most. Thanks for listening. If this episode meant something to you, share it, leave a review, or reach out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep the conversation going.